Court is now in session. District attorneys, you may proceed.
So we bring charges.
Read the charges, nice and loud.
Okay, today we will be charging Randy Smith with assault in the 4th degree felony, assault in the 4th degree misdemeanor, unlawful use of a weapon, and coercion.
I'm surprised by that. Okay.
Want our opening statement?
Yes, please.
Okay. The argument between Jane Smith.
Go stand up there.
Okay. Okay. The argument between Jane Smith and Randy Smith started around 10:20 a.m.
He's your jury.
Look at the video, and you can put your thing on the witness stand if you want, so you don't have to hold it.
Okay. The argument between Jane Smith and Randy Smith started around 10:20 a.m. on October 27, 2025. The verbal argument started with Randy accusing Jane of cheating. Jane got very frustrated with Randy and decided to go into their front yard to calm down. Randy then followed Jane into their front yard. There were no words exchanged between Jane and Randy in the front yard. Without provocation, Randy punched Jane in the back of the head with a closed hand, then proceeded to grab her ponytail. With her ponytail still in hand, he forcefully pulled it while walking back to the front door of their house. Jane told Randy to let her go multiple times and tried to get her hair free from his grasp while being dragged into the house, but Randy didn't comply. As soon as they got back inside, the verbal argument continued. Randy knocked over a chair in an attempt to get to Jane. He then threw a trash can towards Jane. 2 tissues fell out of the trash can. Randy turned towards Jane, pulled a gun from his waistband, and used the butt end of it to hit Jane in the nose. He then grabbed his keys and left. Jane heard Randy's truck start up. Blood started to run from Jane's nose, so in a hurry to not get the blood all over the floor, she frantically grabbed tissues to plug her nose with. Seeing the amount of blood that was coming out of her nose made her lightheaded, so she decided to sit down at the dining room table. Minutes later, Officer Lance and Officer Dominic knocked on the door of the Smith house.
And the state is going to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Smith, in fact, committed the charges so aligned. Okay.
Yeah.
Defense? Defense attorneys, they're getting paid by the hour.
Take their time.
Good morning, everybody. So,
Okay, I'm with you. Sorry.
so I want you to keep an open mind. There are 2 sides to the story. Please note that we're talking about a man that loves his family. He works hard to support his family. Family. There's no such thing as the perfect family. But there are factors that add to a family. That is loyalty, right? Devotion, and a knee-jerk reaction to protect. So keep that in mind. Randy Smith's statement for the defense attorney. Randy stated that he and his wife, Jane.
Let me call timeout. You can't testify for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is
I'm sweating.
Yeah, you can't testify for the suspect because it's hearsay. Number 1. Number 2, you don't want to tell them what you're about to. What Randy Smith's statement is. You don't want to, because then they're going to have all that time to prepare.
but okay.
So don't tell them any of that. You have to decide if you're going to put Randy Smith on the stand later or not.
Can we put it on the stand right now?
when it's your turn to present your case. You gotta wait for the district attorney to present their case.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're as surprised by these charges as I am,
Mhm.
but I'm surprised by these charges, quite honestly.
Mhm.
So,
They throw a curveball.
is your statement done?
Yeah, that was just my opening statement.
Okay, that's all you get to do.
That's
Go
all
sit
I
down.
had.
All right.
I was a little confused
You
because
sounded like a defense.
she
Aaron,
got up and she talked about Jane.
Turn the video.
You question me?
First witness.
Start calling your witnesses and introducing your evidence and building your case.
No, usually, wait, actually, what order? Yeah, let's do
I would like to call Officer Lance up to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth in the matter pending before this court?
Yes.
Was that a hard question? You seem to hesitate. Are you not going to tell us the truth? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, please take a seat. Don't forget you're under oath.
I think he's tipsy.
Try and tell the truth.
It's hard to squeeze out of it. Are you a drink?
Let's see here. You state your name and your profession for the judges.
Yeah, so my name is Lance Kapinowski. I'm a police officer for Clackamas County Sheriff's Office
Okay, how long have you been on the job?
for a little over a year.
You're good. I was just telling, just look at the video. Don't you don't have to look at me. I know what John told you, but look at the video.
How what was that?
Oh, I said for a little over a year.
A little over a year. And do you have experience with domestic assault cases often? Or
No, I don't.
no experience? Well, that's not good.
Probably don't
Poor
want to point out
Steve.
your witness's defects, but
All right. So
He's out.
how did you come to be at the Smith's residence?
Well, at 10:55 a.m. on October 27th, I was dispatched to a domestic dispute call. And when I arrived on scene at 11 o'clock, so 5 minutes later, I knocked on the door for our suspect, our suspect, Randy Smith's home, and who also lives with Jane Smith, who is the victim. Yeah.
And wife.
Yeah, and the wife of Randy Smith. And when I knocked on the door, I was verbally consented to enter her home. And when I walked inside, I observed a very messy apartment with knocked down furniture, 2 white tissues on the ground, and a bloody white tissue on a brown wooden table where Jane Smith was sitting, and also Jane Smith had a bloody face and a bloody nose in the incident. And when asking Jane Smith about
Let's take a second. Who called the police?
Bill Murphy called the police.
And what's his relationship to the Smiths?
He's a neighbor.
Okay, so when you entered the house, you saw a scene of a fight, a struggle, knocked over furniture, blood, and then you talked to Mrs. Smith. What question did you ask her first?
I asked Mrs. Smith what occurred on that day.
And what did she tell you?
She told me they had an argument earlier that day, and she decided to go outside and cool down, but Randy Smith followed her outside, and eventually Randy Smith struck Jane Smith in the face with his fist, and eventually pulled her hair back inside the apartment. And inside the apartment, arguments continued to spiral, and eventually eventually Randy Smith struck Jane Smith in the face with the back of the handgun.
So on the lawn, how exactly did you find out how exactly he hit her? Was it with a closed fist, back of the head kind of thing, and then, or a slap in the face, a kick to the shin?
It was a close fist.
Closed fist. And then he pulled her by the hair? Did you figure out if she was struggling at all with that?
I believe Jane Smith says she was struggling, as she did not consent to getting her hair pulled on that day.
Okay, and then they're back inside, continue fighting. That's when
a lot of the furniture got knocked down, and eventually Randy Smith decided to hit her with the back of the handgun on her face.
Okay. And then, so when you arrived at the house, was Randy Smith there?
No, he was not present.
Okay. Then did you ever talk to the neighbor and collect his statement?
Yes, I did. I did talk to Bill Murphy after I was finished talking to Gene Smith.
And what information did he give you?
He told me that he obviously witnessed Jane Smith screaming outside in their front yard and saw Randy Smith striking Jane Smith in the face with his closed fist. That's all he told me.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to head with no further questions, you're going to go sit down.
No further questions.
All right, defense?
Officer Kapinowski, right?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
That's the
So tell me, Officer Kapinowski, you said this is your first domestic violence case, is that correct?
Yeah, as a solo officer, I've had many with my field training officer, Sergeant Musgrave.
Okay, okay. How many search warrants have you personally written?
This is my first one.
Okay, okay. And how many affidavits have you written?
That's my first one.
Okay, thank you. Could you clear something up for me? In the charges brought against my client here, they mentioned that Randy here hit Jane in the back of the head when they were walking outside, and yet you here in your police report and here in person mentioned that you hit her, that he hit her in the face. Could you clear that up for me?
Yeah, from my understanding, from talking to Jane Smith and as well as Bill Murphy, it seems like Randy Smith struck Jane Smith in the face.
Okay, no further questions.
Okay, this witness can step down, you're not excused though, and may be subject to recall. Call your next witness.
Second officer.
Let's call Dominic up to the stand.
Oh, you do.
You swear the testimony you're about to give to be truthful and you will present to this court?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, please state your name and your occupation.
Dominic Acosta, I'm a police officer at Clackamas County Sheriff's Office.
What kind of training and experience do you have?
I have a little bit of training. I've been over here for maybe 2 years about.
Okay, and you were trained under Sergeant Musgrave, same as your fellow officer?
Yes, sir.
And what is his experience? Yeah. What makes him a qualified?
Well, he's a decorated officer. He's been around for decades.
And so by being trained, he's given you a little bit of the same experience. Okay. So were you the second officer to arrive on scene, or did you arrive at the same time?
About the same time.
Okay. What did you do first?
Went up to the door, knocked on it. We went inside after Jane told us we could go in there, and then we got our statement.
Okay. What did you gather from her statement? What happened?
She got hit and dragged into the house.
Multiple times. We heard from fellow testimony that it was 2 different occasions. Once out on the lawn, and then once again back inside. So tell me about that.
Objection?
And what's your objection?
The witness?
Well, he's testifying, right?
Sir.
Yeah, ask questions, don't make statements. Ask questions. You can't testify to what somebody else said. Ask questions.
Okay. So tell me about the fight on the lawn.
So from the statement we got from Jane and Bill Murphy, it's our understanding that she got hit in the back of the head with a closed fist. And then after that, there was an argument before that, and then after that, he drove us back into your house against her will face.
How did he drag her?
By the back of the head, by her hair.
By her ponytail? Once inside, tell us what the scene looked like when you walked inside. What did you notice?
The house was trashed. There was stuff knocked over. There was blood tissues on the ground. Her nose was bleeding a lot, and there was tissues on her.
Was it a lot of blood, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So seriously bleeding. What did she tell you about the fight inside?
So he was screaming, and then he grabbed his gun, and then hit her in the the nose with the back of basically like the flip the butt of
Did she mention how much any of these attacks hurt?
Oh, she said there was a whole bunch, like probably 9,
For the one inside. What about the one outside? How bad did that hurt?
probably 8.
Okay, up somewhere around here. Did she mention how the fight started?
Just over an argument.
It was just she just told you that they were arguing.
It was an argument that escalated.
No further questions.
Okay, defense?
Officer Acosta, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, Officer Acosta, you mentioned you have about 2 years of experience, correct?
Yep, just about.
Okay. And within that experience, how many police reports have you written?
About 3.
Okay. So my question to you would be, what do you think the average length should be when talking about an incident such as this domestic violence case in your police report, in your initial
The
report?
language has to be a little bit lengthy for sure.
Okay. So your report here has two sentences about what actually went down in this case here. If I could read it off to the court here. You've got Jane Smith stated her and her husband. Am I okay to read this?
Yes, you can read it.
Jane Smith stated her and her husband got
objection?
into an argument and went outside to cool down. And he followed her out there where the argument
Objection?
continued. He hit her and pulled
Okay,
her back
hold on,
into the
hold
house
on,
by her hair.
Hold on.
Objection.
What are you objecting to? It's a police report that's been officially filed by your department.
So is he adding this into evidence kind of thing?
No, he's quoting what the officer wrote. I assume there's gonna be a question?
Would that be leading the witness?
No, he's reading facts
Okay.
from the police report, and I hope that there's gonna be a question about that citation.
Yes.
Okay.
We could have the officer read it if you'd like, but it seems like the defense attorney already has it dialed up. Okay.
If I could. Jane Smith stated that her and her husband got into an argument and she went outside to cool down. He followed her out there where the argument continued and he hit her and pulled her back into the house by her hair. Once inside, he knocked over the furniture. Do you think that's a reasonable amount to write about this occasion?
If you took a picture of the whole thing, then yeah.
Okay. Do you think that that accurately describes Mr. Smith allegedly hitting Mrs. Smith with the gun?
If you took a picture of the whole thing, yes.
Were you there to take a picture of the occasion?
I got witness statements, the statement from the accuser.
Okay. So in your police report, there was no mention of a gun. Could you explain that for me? Why that wouldn't be mentioned?
I don't.
Okay. No further questions.
Can you be excused? Call your next witness.
Would you like to call up Bill Murphy, please stand?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth to this court? All right, have a seat.
Bill, could you describe your relationship with the Smiths? How well do you know them?
They're my neighbors. I don't know them a whole lot, but I've seen them
Like,
around pretty often.
How, like, length of time?
Length of time. I've lived there a little over a decade.
So you know, and they live there for the same amount of time?
Yeah.
From your observations, do they argue often?
Yeah, they do.
Has it ever gotten this bad, as in you've seen physical striking?
I can't recall another time it's gotten this physical.
So other times, what have you observed?
I've observed a lot of like swearing, cursing, arguing very often on like the
In front of the
day-to-day.
children?
Yeah,
Okay.
in front of their children.
Do you know Randy's history with alcohol?
I know he drinks a lot. I've seen him drink alcohol a lot.
What would you describe as a lot?
Like whole cases of beer, whole like bottles of
Objection? Relevance?
What's that?
Relevance? What is the relevance of this question?
Yeah, are you asking about the night in question or historical
We'll get there.
information? What?
I said we'll get there. Yes,
We'll get there. The court has a question for you. Is this a historical line of questioning, or are we talking about the night in question?
Yeah, the night in question, it's related to the night in question.
I had a question about that actually. What time, because we did it in class at 11, but then the scenario you pulled from on the textbook was at night. What time of day did, like, all of we've been saying is midday, but then there's like things.
Midday is fine. Midday is fine. But
Okay.
we're not going to talk about past bad acts. You have to stick to the facts of the question and on the day of the event.
On the day of the event.
On the day of the event.
Is he going off?
So sustained.
Describe the events that you witnessed on the day of the afternoon in question.
Well, I heard the arguing getting really loud, and that's what kind of drew me towards the window of my house to see what was going on, because it was really loud.
And what did you observe?
I observed Jane walking outside, and then Randy a few minutes later followed and struck her in the back of the head with a closed fist as well.
Did she look like she was in pain from this strike?
Yeah, she did.
What did you observe next?
Shortly after that, I saw Randy drag her by her hair back inside.
Did you hear or observe anything after this?
Well, she was screaming while being like drugged back inside, and probably from being.
So it sounded like the altercation continued inside the home.
It did, yeah.
Was there anything obstructing your view when you were looking out your window initially at the altercation on the lawn?
There was a tree, but I could still make out everything and see who was outside.
And how certain are you that it was Jane and Randy that you witnessed outside?
I am 100% certain.
Did you see Randy leave the residence at any point?
I did not know.
Do you have security cameras pointed at their house or yours?
I do not know.
And is there anything that would cause you to be untruthful about what you've testified today?
No.
No further questions.
Mr. Witness.
Hello, Mr. Murphy. Hello. So, for everybody in the court, can you state your age again?
I'm 39.
Huh?
I thought he was 53.
He's gonna be whatever age he wants to be today.
I'm 53.
And would you say you are officially retired now?
Not yet.
Not yet? What do you do for work?
I'm a carpenter.
Carpenter. Oh, that's nice. And do you live alone?
Yes, I do.
So, being a carpenter, do you work for yourself?
Objection, relevance.
Are you gonna connect this to the events of the day?
Yes.
Does his profession have anything to do with what he saw?
Just to get a better understanding of Mr. Murphy, of what
Relevance.
his typical day looks like. So when the
Ask him.
incident happened, we would like to know what he was doing at the time.
But ask him
Why
what
don't
he
you
was
ask him
doing
that
at the
question
time.
instead of what he does for a living and whether he's retired? The court doesn't care about any of that.
Yeah.
We wanna know about the charges and what you're trying to prove.
Absolutely. So the day of the incident, what was the first thing that you heard?
I heard the crashing from inside
Crashing from the
their
inside.
residence.
And when did you identify Jane and Randy outside?
After the crashing, when I walked to the window and I observed them outside.
So did you observe who walked out of the house first?
Yes, I did.
You did. And could you, you said that did you hear any screaming?
Yeah, I did.
You did? From who will you say that the screaming came from?
From Jane, it sounded feminine. It definitely wasn't Randy.
I see. Could you describe the scream?
Like how to describe it? Like in pain. It sounded like she was in pain.
She was in pain. So you would say that the scream was loud enough that it concerned you, correct?
Correct.
And you said it was a feminine scream. Did you see Jane actually scream?
As she was being drunk inside for her, yeah, I did.
Okay. And you said that there's a tree, by the window, correct?
Yeah.
And so can you describe to me what Randy was doing with his arm?
Like when? When he struck her, like over him, like that, or when he was dragging her.
When he was dragging her.
He was kind of going like that and dragging her back inside by her head.
And you would say that he was going towards the house first, and Jane was following.
She was being drugged, actually.
Drugged.
So, like by her.
By her. So you saw him physically, grabbing a handful of hair.
Yep, I did.
And is this common behavior between Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen anything this physical from them in the past, but so it's a little uncommon to see.
Uncommon to see. I see. And how far away is your residence between the Smith's residence?
I'd say about 100 feet.
100 feet?
100 feet or so.
100 feet.
It's directly across the street.
I see. And all that between the distance of 100 feet, you witnessed all this?
Yep.
Okay. And after they went back into the residence, can you describe what else you saw or heard?
Well, by this time I was on the phone with law enforcement, but I could still hear crashing and furniture breaking coming from inside.
Mm-hmm. And did you witness anybody leaving the house?
I did not know.
No. So after they went back inside the house, you were no longer looking outside your window?
I was not.
You were not? What were you doing at the time, out of curiosity?
Calling law enforcement.
Law enforcement, and after you got off the phone with law enforcement?
After I still took a peek outside to see what was going on, to see if anything was just happening. But I could just hear the crashing and stuff while law enforcement was on the way.
So you heard crashing while law enforcement, and then what happened when law enforcement came?
They got to the residence. I saw them like knock on the door and kind of go inside and like talk to them, but I couldn't really make out what they were saying.
And during the time between you got off the phone with 911 and law enforcement came, you did not see anything between that window.
I didn't see anything, but I could hear more furniture breaking and that sort of thing.
So it went on for a while, you were saying?
Yeah.
So you would say that Randy was inside the residence for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can expect it.
How long would you estimate that Randy was still in the residence?
Before law enforcement showed up.
Mhm.
It was about 5 minutes before they arrived.
So you would say he was in there for 4 minutes?
4 minutes.
Yeah, after he went back inside the house with Jane?
Yeah, that seems like.
So that would be the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I allowed to tap in? Like if we,
Can we tap in?
If he's done with questions, you can ask you, the rest of you. If you want to jump in, you're welcome to do that. That's up to you. It's your turn.
are you done with your question? Your line of question?
No, I was thinking.
Mr. Murphy, right?
Correct.
So at the start of the incident, you said that you observed, that you initially heard screaming. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And you said that you would describe that scream as a scream of pain.
Yep.
Is there any other way that you would describe this scream? Because as it seems, with the way that this case is being represented here, no one had been physically hurt in this case prior to you initially seeing Mr. Smith hit Mrs. Smith. So is there any other way that this scream could be alleged? Because as it stands, Mr. Smith hadn't allegedly hit Mrs. Smith by the time that you saw him through the window.
Yeah, but screaming insinuated something was going on inside the residence.
Okay, so when you initially looked out the window, what did you see leading up to you supposedly saying Mr. Smith hit Mrs. Smith?
I saw her walk outside first,
Okay,
and then slightly after she was outside, he followed.
that's interesting, because in your report, I believe it mentioned
I
that,
didn't read her.
well, excuse me, in your testimony that is in everyone's reports, you supposedly didn't go out there until you saw both of them out there. You didn't see Mr. Smith leave. You didn't see Mrs. Smith first and then Mr. Smith coming after. You saw both of them out there at once.
Well, they were both out there roughly around the same time.
So you didn't see Mr. Smith exit the house?
I did see him exit the house, though.
You did see him exit the house?
Yes.
Yet, you specifically said that you didn't see which one went out first.
Well, I mean, Jane did go out first.
Jane did go out first?
Yes.
And you know this because you saw it.
Yeah.
But when the police were questioning you, you said that you didn't see who got out first.
I recall saying that Jane went out first and then Randy followed.
Okay. And that was something that you withheld from the police?
No, I didn't withhold it. That's what I told him.
We have your direct report. Do you mind reading that? His direct report?
That's your girl.
I don't have it on me. Thank you. Witness is Bill Murphy. He heard a woman he identifies as Jane screaming and observed her and the husband on the front lawn. He saw the husband strike Jane in the face and then pull her into the house by her hair. He could hear yelling and crashing noises from inside the home when they were back inside. This isn't what we're looking for.
This is the, I don't know if there's no objection. So it is relevant, but it's not really, it doesn't matter.
Yulia, I heard you mention something earlier. You
Yeah.
were talking about how he didn't see who came out first, so they were both out there on the lawn.
No,
Where was that you read that?
in class scenario,
Class scenario. Okay, so it was in the class scenario.
yeah.
It doesn't say that
It just
he didn't
says,
see him walk out.
it just says he saw
just-
them both on the lawn. It doesn't say the order.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you first saw them on the lawn, right? Assuming that you didn't see which one went out first, or you did see them go out first, it doesn't matter. When you first saw them on the lawn, what led to Mr. Smith allegedly punching or hitting Mrs. Smith in the face? Obviously, you didn't hear what was going on, but could you describe what it looked like beforehand?
It seemed like they were arguing.
Okay, there was arguing
That's
beforehand.
what kind of led up to it.
So the yell wasn't a yell of pain?
The yelling coming from Mr. Smith, I'd say. Like, he was like yelling at her before.
You just described it as a scream of pain.
I was talking about Jane, actually. Sorry, I forgot to clarify there.
Okay. But you saw them arguing and she was screaming in pain?
After she had been, like, drugged back
So
inside.
what drew you to the window in the first place?
The screaming that was coming from indoors.
Which you described as,
In pain.
doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
To me, it does.
How so?
Because I heard the scream of a woman coming from inside the residence,
Mhm.
and so that's what had initially drew me to the window.
Okay, do you believe someone was hurt inside the residence beforehand?
I do.
Okay. Has Jane ever indicated to you that, or to any of you, that she was hit beforehand?
What is up, Josh?
Well, is he asking questions of the whole courtroom or?
Yeah.
Of the prosecution.
No.
Towards the
You
prosecution.
can't do that. We're
You
not on the
can't ask
witness
them questions,
list.
they're not
We're on the witness
testifying.
list.
All right.
You gotta ask Mr.,
You can,
you have to ask Mr. Murphy, you have to call a
Yeah.
witness.
are you done with the witness?
No, not yet.
Then lead your questions to the witness.
Can I look back at my computer real quick? I had something that was.
Absolutely. Second turn is paid by the hour. Take all the time you need, counselor.
Can I have that real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Dinner. Mr. Murphy, you said that you heard furniture being knocked down or over, right?
Correct.
And you stated that your house is 100 feet, or your apartment 100 feet from theirs. Okay, so logically there are two walls between you two, right?
Was there any windows with those open at the moment of the incident?
There's probably a window open. I mean, my window was open.
Your window was open, so you were able to clearly hear from that distance furniture being knocked over.
Yeah. I mean, it's a loud noise. Hard
Can you
to,
describe the loud noise?
like crashing, like shattering.
Shattering of what?
Glass, furniture.
Glass furniture? There was no broken glass at the scene.
That's true.
Okay, no further questions?
Mind if I tap back in? So, you walked outside, you saw the argument, Mr. Smith hit Mrs. Smith. Could you describe the hit?
Closed fists from behind.
From behind. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's just your report that, to which they are basing off from the back of the head, because all the other police reports are saying it was in the face. So is that correct, that you initially reported that it was a hit to the back of the head?
Yes, but they probably used face as an umbrella term. Face, head.
All right.
Interchangeable.
No further questions.
You all done? All right, you may step down. Thank you for your testimony. You have any more witnesses?
It's called Jimmy Smith.
Okay, at some point you can introduce some evidence?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't have to swear at the judge?
She does. The judge was busy making notes for the court. You swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, please take a seat.
Hello. So you fought with your husband. Tell us how the argument started.
I was sitting on the couch and he reached over, grabbed my phone, and started accusing me of cheating. But he had already searched my phone that morning, and I told him I couldn't have done anything
Okay,
at
so
that time.
your argument started because he thought you were cheating.
Yes.
So, like, how did it start? What did he do to try and take your phone?
He just reached over and grabbed it while I was sitting down.
And then what did he say to you? Anything specific that you remember?
He was just saying that I'm lying to him and he needs to go through my phone.
What was his tone like? It was a raised, aggressive tone? Was he yelling at this point?
Yes. He was yelling at me, saying that I was lying.
He was yelling. So then, at this point, what did you do next?
At this point, I could tell that he was getting angry, so I walked out of the house to try and cool down and just give him some space.
Okay, so you just wanted to prevent it from getting the fight escalating farther. You just wanted to separate. Went outside. Did he directly call you out? What did it look like?
Yeah, I stepped out and I wasn't pretty far into the lawn when I felt him hit me in the back of the head.
Okay.
So it was just like.
Was he yelling at you as he was walking out the door?
No, not yet.
He wasn't yelling yet. So he comes out, hits you without saying anything,
Yes.
and then he grabs your ponytail, or you grab your hair, drags. How did he drag you?
He grabbed me by the hair and just started pulling me back.
When you started pulling, did you try to fight back at all?
Yes.
And you started screaming?
Mm-hmm.
So he hit you in the head and you didn't see if it was a closed fist or open or anything?
It felt like
It felt like more closed, like a punch than a slap. How bad did it hurt?
Pretty bad, I would say 7 out of 10.
So substantial, yeah, and then getting pulled by the hair,
Yeah.
that hurt really bad?
Mhm.
Okay. How bad was that? Give us a scale 1 to 10.
Probably an 8.
Okay. So then he drags you back inside. What does the argument look like at this point? What is he yelling at you, or is he yelling at you?
Yes, he's telling me that I can't leave and he's not done with our fight yet. And that's when
How did the furniture get knocked over?
I was going to the other side of the table to put some distance in between us, and he knocked over a chair, and then he picked up the garbage bin and threw it at me.
Was it loud, the crashing noises of the?
Yes.
It was loud, okay. What about your children? Are they present for this at the moment, or where are they at?
They're in the next room over, they're playing.
They're playing, midday, so they're playing with some toys.
Mhm.
Do you think that they heard the argument at all?
Yes, our apartment. is-
How do you know that?
They came,
How do you think, how do they hear the
it was
argument? What did
very loud.
Did they come up to you afterwards?
Yes,
Just ask what was going on? Were they scared at all?
yeah, they were crying.
Okay. So he knocks over the chairs. He insulting you at all, like calling you names, cussing at you.
Yes.
Knocks over a chair, throws trash can. What does he do next?
Then he walks over to me and he pulled his gun out of his waistband and hit me in the face with it.
Is this that gun?
Yes,
So purple slide. He hits you with it. What part of the gun did he hit you with?
the butt of it.
The butt stuff. Okay. And this is what caused your nose to bleed?
Yes,
Was it bleeding heavily, or was it kind of like a light trickle?
it was pretty heavy.
Okay, and what about this? How bad did that hurt?
That was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and did your kids happen to see you bleeding?
They did see the blood, yes.
They saw the blood.
Yeah.
Did that increase their worry and their scaredness?
Yeah.
We have another piece of evidence. This T-shirt, was this the shirt you were wearing during the argument and the fight?
Yes,
So that blood is from your nose,
yes,
and then you use these tissues to clean off that blood.
yes.
Okay. And what about, is this shirt the one that Randy was wearing when he hit you?
Yes.
Okay. How often do you guys fight? Is this a regular occurrence?
I would say most days of the week,
You fight often.
Yeah.
Does it ever get this physical?
not like this, no.
It's just usually verbal. What are the fights usually about?
If I'm coming home from work late, if I'm coming home from work late, if I go somewhere out to eat during my lunch break at work, just small things all the time. He's constantly
paranoid?
asking to see my phone, yes,
Because he thinks you're cheating on him.
yes,
Okay, does he track your phone?
yes.
Okay, so he's a little paranoid that you're cheating. So, just to clarify your statement, it started verbally by Randy taking your phone and yelling at you, accusing you of cheating. When you tried to create some space and let him calm down a little bit, that's when it got physical.
Yes.
You didn't attack him in any way? Did you say any insults back to him while you were walking outside?
No.
So after Randy pulls the gun out from his waistband, he hits you with it, does he leave immediately, or does he wait around for a little bit? What did he do?
He walked around a little bit, he was pacing, and I was trying to find something to stop the blood, and my head hurt really bad, and then I heard the door shut and his truck start, but I couldn't really see much at that point.
But it was all within a minute or two.
Yeah, it was pretty quickly after.
How well do you know your neighbor? Was it Bill Murphy?
It's just
Just
a neighbor, yeah.
Acquaintances, but not close friends.
Yeah,
Okay. But you know him well enough to be able to pick him out in a crowd and be like, hey, that's my neighbor.
yes,
So he would be able to identify who you are as well.
yes.
Do you guys have anything? if we're done with the witness, can we?
Like, is he allowed to present the evidence outside without a witness?
Did he seize it?
No.
No, he did not. He's an attorney. He was not at the scene.
Okay.
So somebody's gonna have to introduce all your evidence.
Yeah, so that's what.
If you want to use it, so far you only have about a half of the things on that table
Yeah.
introduced. And no pictures, as far as I can tell.
So we have another officer.
No bloody Kleenexes,
I shouldn't
no.
call
Bloody
her.
Kleenex. I asked her if this was the one she used.
Okay, I
Yes,
must have
we'll
missed
show
that
a
when I was
picture.
making my notes. Did you introduce the bloody magazine? I'm just curious.
Well, how am I gonna how would I introduce that?
With the officer, arresting officer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You probably want to do that before you ask the lab tech to
Yeah.
testify to that, but I'll leave that up to the defense to
Can we
object to
recall the
that.
evidence?
So this-
Officers again.
Well, you already questioned him once. You have any other officers to call?
We didn't call the
Okay, well,
arresting officer.
You can do that through the other officer.
This is a picture from the police report. That's you with the bloody nose, right? Was that taken on that day?
Yes.
A lot of blood there. Bloody Kleenex. This is your scene. So you're claiming that he knocked over this chair and then that trash can he kind of threw it in your direction.
Yes.
That's why it's knocked over there. Okay. You got something you need?
Okay, we'll take all those in evidence.
Yep.
Nothing? All right, no further questions.
All right, Cross?
We can have a redirect after the class. Right? So,
Ms. Smith,
call her now.
so you recall all of these evidence, but why didn't you state the multiple police officer when they arrived at scene?
I was still flustered.
Still flustered?
Yeah, my head hurt.
Her head hurt.
Confused.
All right. And you said that you walked out the house with what purpose?
To let him cool down.
To let him cool down, so you walked out of the house?
Yeah,
Okay, were you intending on going anywhere or were you just walking out?
just walking out to get some fresh
Just
air.
working out? All right. No further queries at the moment.
Okay, you may step down. Call your next witness.
Are we allowed to call up Dom as if he was the arresting officer?
Who?
Dom?
Or is he the arresting
Didn't you already call him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we called him for the,
She's ready to go up. She's not an officer, she's the arresting officer.
Dylan was there.
did she get filled in on the arrest?
She's good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call Dylan up then.
All right, we'll call Dylan.
In this scenario,
Thank you for being conscientious of that. I appreciate that, but she is up to speed.
Okay.
am I also an arresting officer, like what we
Sure.
discussed that night? Okay.
Yeah. I know it's kind of redundant, not true to life, but it'll do. Swear to tell the whole truth before this court? Have a seat.
How did you come into contact with the defendant when you arrested him?
We were just doing a normal standard patrol, making sure to keep an eye out for the black truck. And I noticed that the truck was a very similar description to what we had been described to by Jane. And then I double checked the license plate, and it was in fact Randy's car. So that's when
So the truck was, the information for it was given in a briefing, and that's how you knew about it?
yeah.
So it caught your eye?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you pull, traffic stop, pull him over. Okay, when you arrested him, you found some things in the truck and on his person, right?
Yep.
Like this bloody t-shirt was where, this is what he was wearing when he was arrested?
Yep.
And then this gun and magazine, is this the one that you found in the truck?
Yes.
Holster and everything with it? So you found this gun with the blood on it. So, do we have the pictures of that? So you found it sitting in the passenger seat. There, all of it together, showing magazine in it, blood on it. And were you also there at the house for this domestic disturbance call?
Yes.
So, did you partake in the search warrant?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about this. that you guys found, what is it?
It's a gun receipt from Cabela's. I wrote it all down here. It's authorized purchase. Randy Smith matches the gun that was found in the bin.
Okay, so the gun that was found in the bin matches the receipt, and the receipt says the buyer is Randy Smith.
Yes.
It also says that he bought a second magazine, which it says in the search report you found in the house as well.
Yes.
This is that second magazine with this magazine holder.
Swab of blood.
The gun case,
Oh, that's the.
what's the significance of the gun case being at his house?
The fact that it was empty was rather alarming. Typically, guns are supposed to be kept in their case for safety reasons when they're not in use. At the risk of, someone unresponsible accidentally firing for injuries. So it was rather alarming. And we also heard from Jane that that when she saw Randy leave, that he took the gun with him. So
Okay.
kind of just put two and two together.
So it showed the receipt in that case shows that he owns a gun. The second magazine, it shows that he owns a gun. The receipt says that it's this specific gun that you found on this person that has blood on it. That's all accurate.
Yes.
What do you guys got? Yuli?
The blood on the gun. You already went over that. But there's
Did you,
blood
I
on the
always
gun.
show it to everybody.
Yeah, he covered that. You don't have to
Okay.
show it. The court's
Okay.
There's blood. Dried blood. There was also blood inside of the mag well here. Just for the. So you guys are done?
Okay, cross.
No further questions?
No further questions.
You can step down.
Yeah.
All right, State going to call your next witness?
Our lab tech, Max.
Swear to tell the whole truth to this court?
Yes.
Have a seat.
I'll let you do it if you like.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not going to complain about sitting down.
Okay, so what does your evidence show between the blood and the gun? Is there any correlation between,
Why don't we start with who he is?
Yeah.
oh, who are you?
I am Max Souter.
Okay, what's your title?
I am a certified lab technician professional.
Okay, do you have any experience with domestic abuse cases?
No.
Ask about his supervisor.
About your supervisor, what kind of training?
He
and
cares about his
certification?
supervisor. Ask if he tests stuff, and he's got any degrees to that.
Yeah.
What are your degrees and certifications for testing in the lab?
Took a few tests online.
Oh no!
You have a doctorate in microbiology and DNA testing.
Yes, I have.
Objection.
She's leading.
Overruled.
Oh, wow.
You were a
Go
doctor.
ahead.
So you have a doctorate in microbiology, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. So the blood that was in this magazine well and the blood that was on this magazine, what does that show? What kind of evidence does that show, if any?
It was tested positive for Jane Smith.
For Jane Smith, okay. And this was the gun that was shown, or that was used on Jane Smith at the crime scene on
Correct.
October 27th. So this shows that this blood that was on this magazine.
Objection?
Yes.
Objection, yeah. Was he there? Did he?
Sorry, I got lost in trance of listening to him.
Okay,
Objection.
all right.
Morning.
Good one, Ashley. You just got a guy that's a non-witness to testify that the suspect smacked the victim with a gun. Good job. Defense, F minus. Go ahead, Ashley.
He's a professional.
Yeah, keep
Was there
going.
anything else that you found for evidence, DNA evidence?
The t-shirt
What about it?
had blood on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one?
Can I hold up the actual shirt? It's kind of buried over here.
Just
Sure.
point to it, just point.
The yellow
We've
shirt.
all seen it.
What kind of evidence does it have on it?
Displays blood,
Blood.
which is positive for Jane Smith.
Jane Smith, okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
Use the other t-shirt.
So how did you collect Jane Smith's DNA? How did you match the blood that was found on the magazine and on Randy Smith's shirt?
Took a saliva swab.
Okay. And did you also take one of Randy?
Yes, I did.
But none of the blood was Randy's?
No.
This other shirt, this one is the one that Jane was wearing. Whose blood is that?
Jane's.
That's right, yeah. So all the blood on the victim's shirt, the blood on the suspect's shirt is all Jane's. The blood on the gun, Jane's. No blood from Randy.
That is correct.
So it would indicate that there wasn't any deep defensive move by Randy where he wasn't the one being struck into bleeding.
It would seem so.
They're not objecting. I'm going to keep
Yeah.
going with my... I knew what I was doing, and I knew they weren't paying attention.
Well, that's sweet.
You...
Nope, I'm good. Oh, wait, do you want me to go at it too?
I don't know. Do you have...
Start asking leading questions.
up?
Max,
You asking me a question?
All right.
in your
Ross?
opinion, what do you think happened?
Mr. Sauter, is it? Dr. Sauter?
Yes, I'm a doctor. Doctor.
Online doctor.
So, Dr. Sauter, if I'm not mistaken, you just testified that the shirt that was found on the white, that the blood that was found on the white shirt here was Jane Smith. Is that correct?
Yes.
Nowhere in your DNA analysis report do you ever mention this white shirt.
That was the court's fault. Nice try.
Well, it's wrong.
That was on the judge.
That's on the
Yeah.
judge. That's the judge's fault.
Are you
That's the judge's
In
fault.
addition to that, there's a bit of spelling mistakes, which is a little bit unprofessional, but aside from that, particular question.
Okay, you can sit down now before you fail.
This is a prejudicial court.
The judge is the one that did all of that. He's not on trial here for his poor spelling. Are you done with this witness?
Yes, we've
If that's a good answer, you can step down.
You mean step up?
No, you can't.
Have to step up to lead.
You've already stepped up to a doctorate degree in microbiology.
Yeah. I took some
All right.
tests online.
You still have any other questions?
Some people
I have a Google degree.
certification.
I think now it's, do you guys have any witnesses?
Are you gonna call
Hang on.
No, it's your turn. Are you done?
Oh,
No, hold
we're not
on.
allowed to call Randy, are we?
We get
No, you can't call me.
We're gonna have a brief recess.
All right, take 5 minutes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
All right, court's back in session.
I'd like to
Defense, you may
call-
call your, present your case.
We'd like to call Randy up to the stand.
Okay, Mr. Smith, front and center. Do you swear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear to tell the truth?
Yes,
All
Your Honor.
right, you may proceed.
I don't believe it.
It's your show.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm too into this. I'm just listening. All right. Hi, Mr. Smith. Can you explain the events?
Well, the other night, a couple weeks ago, me and my wife got into a bit of an argument. It started with her, I believe that she has been cheating. So I wanted to look through her phone, and that's kind of what started this whole argument. And then she brought up that I own a gun, and it kind of escalated from there. She doesn't like that I have it in the house with the kids present, even though I told her it's just because I like to go target shooting and I want to be able to like protect her and the kids and stuff. But I offered to get a safe for it. She said we don't have enough money, even though I make $50 a week at my job, and she's the one spending $100 on her nails every month. So I don't know. she ended up demanding that I take the gun and leave. I refused, and she started throwing furniture around. She threw a trash can at me. I decided that I was gonna leave, take some space, and go outside, but she followed me. She was yelling at me, and she tried to tackle me, pretty much. She like wrapped her arms around me, like put her head in my stomach, so I pushed her away, and
In a defensive manner, right?
in a defensive manner, yes. And I was trying to create distance between us. But yeah, she was trying to like football style, kind of.
Total style tackle you,
Yeah.
right?
Um,
So it was the argument about the gun that sparked
Yeah,
the
well,
argument.
it started with the affair that I believe that she's having, and then it kind of escalated. She brought up the gun out of nowhere, and then that's kind of where it took off.
Would you consider her being very problematic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, to build his character, do you consider yourself a hardworking man?
I'm very hardworking.
I mean, you make $50
Mhm.
an hour, right?
Objection, relevance.
Building the business.
Overall,
Okay, I don't know.
All right. Approximately, in the average hourly wage in Oregon is $28.36 an hour.
Objection, relevance.
The building character. Witness.
that's,
Yeah,
her
where's your
character has nothing
question?
to do with the
You
events
have
of
a
the night,
question.
so
Randy's like-
get on with asking about the events of the night.
So, one question. So you maintain your job without any issues, right?
Correct,
And you often work overtime to support your family,
correct,
all right? Your work requires skills, responsibility, and reliability, right?
correct.
All right? And you never intentionally jeopardize your family.
No, of course not.
You love your family.
I love my family.
You love your wife.
I love my life.
You love your kids.
I love my kids.
All right. And you mentioned that you enjoy target shooting and handling guns. Safety, correct?
Correct,
All right. You take safety very seriously when it comes to handling guns,
of course.
right? Reason why you wanted to buy a safe.
Mhm.
You expect others to respect firearms and not point them at anyone, correct?
Correct,
All right. During the argument, Jane pointed the gun in your direction,
correct.
right? When Jane pointed the gun at you during the argument, that wasn't safe.
Yes, I was very scared.
All right. And given your knowledge about firearms, you know how dangerous it's going to be.
Correct,
And you feel threatened.
correct.
Objection, leading.
Yeah, you can't testify. You can ask questions and let the witness testify, but you can't testify, so ask the witness questions.
I just realized that.
Okay.
I'm going to take the last word of the letter. During the argument, Jen grabbed her gun. Did she grab your gun?
Actually, she hasn't finished her testimony.
Oh.
He hasn't finished his testimony.
Finish this one.
When I was trying to push her away and like get her to not come at me, I ended up, I was backing into the house and she was trying to follow me into the house as I was pushing her away. So I had to grab her hair a little bit so to have like a little bit more control. And she wanted to go back inside the house. I didn't drag her. I would never pull my wife's hair like that. Once we were in the house, she grabbed my pistol and pointed it right at me. She knows nothing about guns and didn't appreciate how unsafe it would be and how it was a loaded gun. We tussled over it. We were kind of going like back and forth, and she yanked it, hit herself in the face with it, and that's how her nose started bleeding. She immediately dropped the gun and then told me that she was going to tell the cops that I hit her. So when she said that, I decided that I needed to leave. I told her that I loved her, but I just couldn't live like this anymore. And so I grabbed a change of clothes and I left.
To clarify, you did not strike her with the gun,
Correct.
right?
I
She
did
took
not
it
strike
from
her.
you and you in a defensive manner, tried to handle the situation as best as you could
Yes.
regarding both of your safety, not only yours.
Yes.
Were there any injuries she resulted was just from her smacking her face, right?
Yes.
You didn't do anything?
No.
You were just in a defensive manner the whole time,
Yep.
right? Not in any assaultive manner, it was all defensive and your
All
fault.
defensive, yes.
All right. And is she fairly shorter than you could say? So it makes sense why from different perspectives could be preserved suspicious.
Yeah.
And why did you start heading back into the house?
Why did I start heading back inside the house? Well, Mr. Murphy came out and it was a little embarrassing seeing me and my wife arguing and her trying to tackle me, so I just thought it's best to be resolved inside the house.
Inside the house?
Yeah.
That's right. No further questions.
Great.
Do you guys have any other questions?
No,
No, we're done?
not at the time.
All right, cross-exam?
Yeah. Read my handwriting.
Yeah.
Don't, those aren't exact questions to
You
read, those
you
are
do it and then
references.
we'll do it after.
All right. So you use the gun for target shooting.
Correct.
Where do you store it when you're not target shooting?
Well, I've been looking to get a case, but right now I have it on, in my closet, I have like a very high shelf where I keep it out of the kids' reach.
That's not where it was found according to the police report. They found your, the box that it came in a low drawer with the gun missing. So you're saying that the police officers moved it?
I think my wife moved it.
Moved it out of the closet high up and put it in a shelf or in a low drawer. So if you claimed that Jane took the gun and pointed it at you.
Yes.
So why is your DNA the only one on the gun?
I'm the owner of the gun.
So, but wouldn't Jane's DNA be on the gun if she grabbed it and pointed at you?
Yes.
So why wasn't it?
Maybe they tested it wrong.
So you're calling that our expert doesn't know what he's doing. Some of the doctor agree. Could you test it better, you think?
No, but I mean, mistakes happen.
What about the shirts? All of the blood pointed on your shirt and on Jane's shirt was her own blood. If you're claiming that she attacked you, where's your blood at?
She didn't ever like hit me. She pointed the gun at me and then.
You
we were
claim that
fighting over it.
she ran at you and tried to tackle you.
Yeah.
How did a much smaller woman try and tackle you?
Well, she tried and then I pushed her.
You just pushed her?
Yeah. Kept our distance.
What about the witness statement of seeing you out on the lawn and you're the one that struck your wife? Is he a liar?
I believe he was a liar, yes.
He's a liar.
Objection?
Yeah. He's asking her to testify to what somebody else may have seen or may not have seen. She has no basis of knowledge for that. Sustained.
So you said that you took a change of clothes with you, is that correct?
Yeah, for work.
When you left the house, you took a change of clothes after the fight.
Yes.
Why didn't you change your clothes?
Because I wanted to get out of there as soon as I could. I wanted to just separate ourselves because this was getting way too out of hand.
And where was the change of clothes at? Did you throw them out the truck window? Because in your search report, there was no evidence, or in the arrest report, there was no evidence of clothes. There was a jacket, but I have 3 different jackets in my truck.
They were at the hotel that I got.
You got a hotel room?
Objection, she got pulled over days later after the incident. Timeline.
This happened like almost like over a month.
For the sake of the trial.
We have no evidence to support that.
To search the.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Judge, you decide.
It was several days after the fact. Mr. Smith gets pulled over and gets arrested. What relevance does his taking a change of clothes have to do with your charges you're charging him with?
I'm proving that he's lying about
Okay,
things.
so
I'm testing his credibility.
did Mr. Smith just say that he got a hotel room?
Yeah.
And is it possible he left his clothes in the hotel room like he testified?
Possible, but why were you still wearing the bloody shirt then? When you were arrested several days later, you still have the bloody shirt that has been identified as the one you were wearing when the fight
You don't have a
occurred.
washing machine at the hotel, and my other change of clothes for work is dirty, very dirty. And that one's
I'm sorry.
pretty clean.
Relevance on what is him wearing the bloody shirt have anything to do with your case?
Yeah, it's like a
If he still had the bloody shirt, are you going to testify that he's a weirdo that keeps blood on his shirts, or what is this all aiming towards?
I think this is a legitimate line of questioning about why they're still wearing the bloody shirt days later.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Smith has given something of a reasonable, depending on your perspective, answer. Asked and answered, move on.
Yeah.
You claim that the fight started because you thought your wife was cheating on you.
Correct.
Do you have evidence to back this up?
Just like she said, coming home very late at night. She's been very distant recently and won't tell me where she's been, so.
So it's just your hunch, your suspicions that she's cheating on you.
Relevance?
Yeah, objection, relevance, it's not relevant.
Yeah. It's not.
You claim that the reason for going back inside after the fight on the lawn back inside was because your neighbor came outside. Is that correct?
Correct.
But I want to ask that question.
Yeah, I can ask questions.
All right, go for it.
So, can you explain to me how your wife gained possession of the gun that was in your possession? How did she grab it?
Well, when she hit herself in the face with it, she dropped it immediately, and then I grabbed clothes and I left, and then,
Could you motion how she hit herself?
because we were like fighting over it
Oh.
like this, and then she yanked it.
So you had it first?
No, she grabbed it first, and I tried to, because she started pointing it at me, so I tried to grab it from her so that she wouldn't shoot me.
And then you struck her in the head like that?
No.
Okay,
So you're struggling with the gun.
Yes.
She's holding it out in front, pointing at you like this.
Yeah, I grab it.
You go and grab and that's how it comes back and hits her in the face.
We start going like back and forth,
Uh-huh.
and then she yanks it back really hard and hits her in the face with it.
So if she's coming back, how'd the blood get on the bottom?
Because I was holding it, I grabbed like the barrel of it, and I was going like this, so the butt of the gun was like pointed, and then she.
So you're saying she had the gun out, holding it, you twisted it all the way around and went like that?
No, if I could like, am I allowed to like pick it up?
Sure.
no.
I don't want to give
Actually,
you a
that'd
gun.
be really good.
It's not loaded, but he's gonna have to give it to you, but I think you've asked and answered. She's explained it and how the butt of the gun hit her in the face.
Hey, what do you got? Nothing? Anything else?
I think we should go next step, actually.
Do you have any further questions?
Crickets.
Realize you sealed the coffin. Oh, yeah.
They're salaried, they don't care how long it takes.
What about the kids?
Another recess.
Do you have any rebuttal?
I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah. So I feel like go to Jane's pain.
Clarifying things that she said, maybe you want to.
Wait, why did he grab her by the ear?
Because you haven't changed to their question.
So you said that you were usually in full control of the gun.
He's already cooked.
How did Jane get your gun? If you were in full control, where do you usually keep it? Do you usually keep it on your person?
No, I usually keep it in my closet.
So this is just nothing.
Well, it was in there.
That was an hour.
But it's
an hour.
Top shelf.
So how did it get in the drawer? Because the police officers found it during their search warrant. They found it in a bottom drawer
Objection, Your Honor. Randy already explained
Yeah.
that Jane grabbed the gun.
That was a good objection.
It's been asked and answered.
Yes.
Move on.
So I can't ask like how she got it.
Well,
She already
then
answered
you
that.
need to ask Jane herself. How she got it. Oh,
Well, all these questions have already been asked. Or they should have been asked of Jane, but Jane had never testified that she had the gun. So this is all new information to us. So that might be why those questions weren't asked. Because you didn't know to ask them.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions? Any other questions?
No further questions.
No further questions. Does the defense have anybody else they want to call to the stand? The correct answer is no.
No.
No, okay. The court's gonna take a 10-minute recess, and I mean be back at 11:10 or at 10 after, ready to go. That might be a good time to consider your closing argument, because that's what's coming next. Court is now in session. It's time for closing arguments. The state will lead with their closing. Green light, go. No. You don't get to sit when you address the court.
So what we have here is we have eyewitness testimony from the neighbor. He witnessed a strike, and a close fist strike at the back of the head. He witnessed Miss Murphy get dragged forcibly back into the home. We know the children were present. We have blood evidence in multiple places. We have blood evidence on both the victim's clothing. We have blood evidence on the suspect's clothing. We have blood evidence at the crime scene. We have multiple officers called to the incident that can corroborate all of this. We have lab testing that shows only Miss Murphy's blood all over the place, even inside the butt of the gun.
Smith.
Oh, Mrs. Smith. She got remarried after this.
So the affair was true.
Regardless, it doesn't call for getting hit in the face. I think the worst part of all of this is that the children were present. You know, why subject your children to that? So they're scared. So we have an intentional strike multiple times. One was that one strike was witnessed by the neighbor. Another strike, we have multiple pieces of evidence to corroborate this fact. We know that this incident occurred in the presence of their children, which upgrades the crime to a felonious fourth-degree assault. We know that he intentionally grabbed her by the hair, forcibly dragged her back into the home against her will, which is covered. We have evidence corroborating that only his DNA is on the gun. He unholstered the weapon, struck her on the head, on the face with it, which explains how the evidence, the blood evidence, got inside, pretty much all over the gun. Do you guys have anything else that I was supposed to add? He fled from the scene, which
Are we allowed to talk?
we can do whatever.
You got like 30 seconds, yeah.
The only touch DNA on the gun belonged to Mr. Murphy. There's, what is it?
Smith.
Smith, Mr. Smith, you're right. Well, on to Mr. Smith. There was no evidence that showed Mrs. Smith touching the gun at all. The only DNA evidence on it was the blood that was put there by a smash in the face from her husband. If the struggle did occur the way that Mr. Smith claims, how did the blood wouldn't have ended up on the bottom? It would have ended up on the top. The blood wouldn't have gone all over his shirt. It was a slash, splatter,
No.
blood everywhere.
They can't object. Okay. Closing statement.
He has no evidence to suggest
10
that
seconds.
the cheating actually was occurring. He's just going baselessly off what he wanted. And I guess that's the time.
Okay? Defense?
We would like to call Jane.
You can't, it's a closing statement.
It's all closed. You have to do your closing.
Alright.
We better have one of these next time.
So I would just like to clarify that there are a lot of questions within this story, especially when it comes to the witness. He was taking in his statement. He said that he was born, in 1972, but stated that he was 30 years old. So perhaps there's a lot of questions when it comes to credibility. I would also like to state that there was choice of wording on Jane Smith. She did say wording like knock over, and I would say when you're struggling over an item, wouldn't you say that you will be knocking over things? There was a lot going on. Do I feel like this was, a fight between two partners? A loving husband that wants to protect his family, and perhaps a mother that cares about other things in life. But I would say that there is a lot of holes and inconsistencies, on Jane Smith's side of the story. But I would like the judge and the jury to keep an open mind that even the witness could not collaborate or keep a story straight, and that that there was a struggle for safety in a firearm. And yes, somebody got hurt, but that was not because Randy purposely hurt anybody or did the hurting. It was because of unsafety firearms, of somebody that's never been target shooting or knows how to handle a weapon.
Do I get some time?
You get 2 minutes.
I'd like to go charge by charge here in the final statement and really just describe how the evidence that was collected by the prosecution is insufficient to fulfill these charges. So, the initial charge of, first it's 4th degree misdemeanor, correct? The fourth degree misdemeanor charge for hitting her in the head. All the police reports stated that it was hit in the face. How did you know it was hit in the back of the head? Supposedly, the testimony by Mr. Murphy here said that it was hit in the back of the head. From everything that I've found so far, and I hope that the judge has found as well, all of your reports said that he was hit in the face. So that charge right there, that needs to be investigated a little further. The charge of coercion. Frankly, the charge of allegedly pulling Mrs. Smith by her hair is something that was covered in our testimony by Randy here. He wasn't pulling her by her hair, he was grabbing onto her head to keep her from swinging it. So he's grabbing onto her head, leading her back in, and he's grabbing onto her hair to get a better control of her. That's frankly not a crime if he's trying to keep her safe. He's trying to keep both of them safe by holding onto their hair, walking her back into the house. Coercion, not exactly. For the assault, it was assault 2, assault 4 felony, whichever one you guys are describing for the hit with the gun. The hit with the gun, as we described in Randy's testimony, Mrs. Smith was holding the butt of the gun here. She was holding the handle of the gun. Mr. Smith, they were fighting over it. Mr. Smith let go when Mrs. Smith yanked, hit herself in the face. What about, that's how the blood got on the gun. The fourth charge of unlawful use of a weapon. If she pulled the gun into her own face, how is that unlawful use of a weapon? I don't believe the prosecution has done enough to justify these charges. That's my statement.
Okay, hit the video. So we're gonna let the video see what the verdict is?
Oh, sure. Leave it on, leave it on. All right, we're gonna poll the class. We're gonna see what the class has to say before the two experts weigh in. So, if you think Mr. Smith is guilty, let me see your hands.
Can we do it too?
Are you part of the class? Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He didn't raise his hand.
9 say guilty.
You've already made your closing statement.
How many say not guilty?
1, 2, 3.
4. The defense team. That's pretty much what we would expect in the real world. Okay. John, guilty or not?
Well, first of all, I mean, the numbers, when you look at the numbers, you realize that the people who voted for guilty all have a dog in the guilty fight.
Yeah.
Even the police officers who showed up and wrote their reports, the defense is going to try to make you look bad and try to ruin your credibility. Some of you help them do that, but we all have biases. So this idea that it's always a challenge to let the evidence truly speak for itself. We show up on these calls as police officers, as whatever role we're in, with likely a bias of one way or the other. And it's really challenging a lot of times to let the evidence really stand on its own. So yes, I see 9-4. I don't necessarily, that's not a problem for me based on who the people are that voted the not. So to answer the question, I think he did it, but I'm not completely sure that the prosecution proved its case, in that I think that the story that Randy put forth is reasonable enough to create some doubt that that I would struggle with convicting of a couple of the charges. So I would at this point, I don't think you proved your case.
Are there any that you would have found guilty on? Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt to you on any of the charges?
The felony assault for anytime you have an assault of any kind and the children perceive that happened, I think that there is a level of I would probably find guilty on that. I struggle with the coercion some, just because of the response from the defense. So as far as the assault, I don't know if I probably would convict on the assault for, because whether or not Murphy said was hit in the back or the police said in the front of the head, I think there's enough to show that there was an injury or there was an assault with a closed fist. I don't think you disproved that. But I would not, I personally think you should have charged assault 2 instead of unlawful use of a weapon. I think that's a lot easier to say.
So you're going with the guilty on assault for misdemeanor or felony?
I would go with both. So guilty on both the assault 4 charges.
Okay. You are disadvantaged because you have no idea what Mr. Smith was going to say. You got hit with it.
Yeah.
That was by design, because I wanted to see you think on your feet. I wanted to see you process what was being said. I wanted to see how you would respond to that. I wanted to see how they were going to present that. I thought they did a good job. I think they created enough doubt in my mind for the coercion. I think that one goes away. Like John, I was a little surprised you didn't go with the assault 2, but given the testimony that we got here, and especially Aaron demonstrating again how that could have occurred, put it over the top in terms of that. So I wouldn't have given you the assault 2 anyway. I'm not going to give you the assault 4 felony because that occurred, in my opinion, in the house where the kids witnessed it. I'm not convinced that the kids perceived what happened on the lawn. So I'm going to give you the assault 4 misdemeanor. And I agree with John. Did the assault 2, did the coercion, did the assault 4, did the whole thing. But these guys created enough doubt in my mind that it was plausible that Mr. Smith's story was actually the deal. So I'm going to go with guilty on the misdemeanor assault 4. I'm not guilty on the rest, okay? All right. Kill the video for me? Yeah. All right, so I have a few comments that I want to make. Joe, do you have any more you want to talk about?